Hey guys, what is up? I'm gonna show you guys Tasakagi deck. And what I kinda mean is or something it's a Vanguard deck about different types of like say creatures and warriors, dragons, witches, or like or other stuff like that. But I'm gonna show you guys my deck. Um I'm still kinda new at this game. It's a Tasakagi. That means it's got like say dinosaurs in it, and I'll give you some what it looks like. So I'm gonna start with Ancient Dragon Baby Rex. So it's a grade 0 up here, and it says if when this unit is put in the drop zone from the rear guard, if you have a Tasakagi Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, search for your deck up to a card named Ancient Dragon Tyranno Legend. Call it to the rear guard, shuffle, and shuffle your deck. And so here, so that was the Ancient Dragon Tyrant, Ancient Dragon Baby Rex. Here's another grade 0. This is Military Dragon Raptor Soldier. It's a Tasakag. It's also a grade 0. And it says when the card name Military Dragon Raptor Military Dragon Raptor Surgeon rides, this unit looks at the seven. Looks at the top 7 cards from the top of your deck. Search for your card for Military Raptor Colonel or Military Raptor Captain for among, then reveal it to the opponent. Put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. When a Tasakagi other than a card named Military Dragon Raptor Sergeant rides, this unit may call it to the rear guard circle. Here's another starter. It's called Ancient Dragon Baby Bird. And you can say like a four runner. When this unit is put in the drop zone from the rear guard circle during your turn, choose up to 2 of your other units with Ancient Dragon in its name, and it gets 3,000 until the end of the turn. So that was Ancient Dragon Day. This one I got 4. I got 4 of these. They're called Ancient Dragon Babysaurus. So like I said, I got 4 of these. I got 4 because they're all starters. And like they all say, when this unit is put into the drop zone from your rear guard circle, if your Vanguard is Legion, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck up to 1 card with the same card name until on your Vanguard. Call it to the rear guard and shuffle your deck. So those are the starters. Now, guys, let's get to the grade 3s, okay? So, I have 2 of the Ancient Dragon Stego Buster. I got 2 of these. And they say, like the Vanguard Circle or Rear Guard Circle. When this unit attacks, you may pay the cost. If you do, this unit gets 3,000 until end of battle. I got 2 of these cards, the Ancient Dragon Spino Driver. I got 2 of these. It said when this unit is attacked from the Vanguard Circle or is rawed up, blast 1 and retire 2. Get an imagery gift oucher, draw a card, choose a card from your hand, call it to the rear guard, then choose 2 of your units and they get 5,000 until the end of the turn. If it's in the rear guard circle, it says 1 turn. When your drive check reveals a trigger until put the top card of your deck face down as an equal guard for this unit. Let's see. I got Kittettle Dragon Brachial Castle. Sorry if I said it wrong. So when this unit is put in the drop zone from the rear guard, if you have a tachikaze vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck up to a transport dragon brachio porter, call to the rear guard, and shuffle your deck. This is the Destruction Dragon Squall Rex. Sorry if I said it wrong. The act or something. Bind this card. Bind this card face up. Choose up to one of your units, and it gets 3,000 until end of turn. And also another one. So bind zone. Choose one of your rear guards and retire it at the end of the battle. That your unit with Rex in its card name attack a vanguard. You may pay the cost. If you do, call it to the rear guard circle. This is a Dominal Dragon Tenosops. This is a grade 3. This is also a heal trigger as well. So you can use this as your vanguard, but you can also use it as a heal trigger. Let's see. When this unit is put in the vanguard, like put in the guard from hand. If you did not ride a grade 3 or greater until the fight performs on perform one of the following: choose one of your vanguards and it gets 10,000 until the end of the turn. Choose one of your opponent's units and get it. Like it looks like it says 2 on. I think it looks like a snowflake or something. I don't know if I'm sorry. Until the end of the battle, when this places in the rear guard from your hand, if in the drop zone you have no cards, put the top card of your deck into the damage zone. This is Tyrant Deathrex, another grade 3. It says, like, if it's in the vanguard or rear guard, when it attacks a vanguard, you have to make a cost and blast one. Retire one other rear guard. Choose one of your opponent's front row rear guard and retire it. This unit gets 10,000 until the end of the battle. For each guard equipped to the rear guard retires for the cost. And then finally, Destruction Dragon Dark Rex. And it says, in drop zone, if your vanguard is a grade 2 or greater than you did, and you did not ride this turn, discard 2 equal guards to ride this card, as or call it to the rear guard circle. Vanguard or rear guard. During the battle, if it attacks, this unit gets 2,000 for each of your equipped guard. So that was the grade 3s. Let's go with the grade. Oh, one more thing. Oh, I got actually 2 more grade 3. 2 more grade 3. This is Savage Hunter and Savage Warrior Chief. So for Savage Hunter, if it's in like Vanguard, this ability is active if you have 4 or more damage when this unit attacks a Vanguard. This unit gets 5,000 until end of battle. If it's in the rear guard circle, when this unit attacks a Vanguard, if you have a tachikaze Vanguard, it gets 2,000 until the end of the turn. So that was Savage Hunter. This is Savage Hunter. And the other one's Savage War Chief. And it says if it's in the Vanguard circle, when this unit gets boosted by a tachikaze, it gets 2,000 until the end of the battle. So like I said. Okay, now we'll get to the grade 2s. Alright, so on grade 2s, I am on Regiment Dragon Rigidon. I'm sorry if I can't say it. It says in vanguard or rearguard, when this unit attacks, you may put it on top of your deck face down, and as a equip guard for one of your rear guards. When this unit retires from a rear guard circle by your card ability, call up to one of your cards from this unit equip guard to regard circle. You may put to the top card of your deck face down an equip guard that for the unit. This ability may be only used by a card with the same card name once a turn. Over here I got Launcher Mammoth. So when this card attacks, it hits. So it's in the Vanguard circle or rear guard. So when this unit attacks, hits a Vanguard. If you have a tachikaze Vanguard, choose a card from your damage zone and turn it face up. Let's see. Assault Dragon, Assault Rex. It says, if it's in the rear guard circle, during your turn, if this has a face-up card in your bind zone with Rex in its name this unit gets 2,000, and when this unit is put in the drop zone from a rear guard circle, during the battle phase, if you have a Vanguard with Rex in its name, draw a card. I have this Assault Dragon, Pachyceps. I'm sorry if I said it wrong. It says, like, if it's in the Vanguard or rear guard, when this unit attacks, if your tachikaze has been put into the drop zone from a rear guard during this unit gets 3,000 attack power until the end of the battle. So Assault Dragon, Pachyceps. I think that's what's in there. Well, let's see. Ancient Dragon, Tyrannobite. Let's see. When this unit is put in the drop zone from a rear guard, if you have a Vanguard with Ancient Dragon in its name, you may pay the cost. If you do, call this unit to the rear guard circle. I have an Ancient Dragon, Dino Crowd. That's what it looks like. And it says when this unit attacks, retire one rear guard until end of battle and gets 10,000 and gets 5,000 for each of the unit equip guard if it's in the Vanguard rear guard circle. Let's see, if in the rearguard circle, when you drive check, reveal a trigger until put the top card of your deck face down and equip guard to this unit. I got Ancient Dragon Hydro Hang. Grade 2. So, in the rearguard circle, choose one of your rear guards with the Ancient Dragon and its card name and retire it. At the end of the at the end of the battle that this unit attacks a vanguard. If you have a vanguard with Spino in the card name, you may pay the cost. If you do, I think boost this unit and it gets 3,000 until end of the turn. Alright, military Dragon Raptor Captain. So if it's in the Vanguard circle, if you have a card named Military Dragon Raptor Surgeon in the Soul, that this unit gets 1,000 attack power. When a card named Military Dragon Raptor Colonel rides to this unit, if you have a card named Military Raptor Sergeant in the Soul, search your deck for up to one card named Military Dragon Captain. Call it to the rear guard and shuffle your deck. That's the Raptor series. I got two of these cards. They're called Ancient Dragon Cryoful, I think. Sorry if I said it. And it says the new counter do not necessary from a strong legion. Bear in mind that the ancient dragon are powerful in many cray. So that's Ancient Dragon Cryonal. I got two of the Ancient Dragon Bimo Clovio. I got two of these. And it says when this, or if it's in the rear guard circle, so when this unit attacks, if you have a Vanguard with Ancient Dragon in its name, this unit gets 30,000 attack power until end of turn. So that's Ancient Dragon Bima Colio, I think. Sorry if I said it wrong. Alright, guys. I got Ancient Dragon Cycle Spino, and I got 4 of these. So, just letting you all know. Let's see. If it's in the Vanguard or Rearguard circle, choose another of your tachikaze Rearguard and retire it. When this unit attacks, you may pay the cost. If you do, this unit gets 4,000 until end of battle. For Ancient Dragon Circle Spino. So here's the 4 of these guys. Alright. I got Ancient Dragon Twin Axe Warrior. So I got 4 of these guys. I'm gonna get rid of one of them. See, like when this unit attacks with your Vanguard as Legion, this unit gets 4,000 until end of the battle. So Ancient Dragon Twin Axe Warrior. And I got 3 of these cards. I got 3. And that is named Savage Archer. So I got 3 of them. So Vanguard or Rearguard, when this unit attacks, if you have a tachikaze Vanguard or Rearguard with LB4, this unit gets 3,000 attack points until end of turn. So that's Savage Archer. And I got 3 of these. Alright, let's get to the grade 1s. Sorry, guys. Alright, guys, let's get to the grade 1. So I got Transporter Dragon Brachioporter. And it says, when this unit is put in the drop zone from a rearguard circle, if you have a tachikaze vandgaurd, you may pay the cost. If you do, set your deck for a name of Carrier Dragon Brachiocarrier. Call it to the rearguard shuffle and shuffle your deck. That's Transporter Dragon Brachioporter. I got Raging Dragon Sparksaurus. It says choose a card from your hand and discard it when this unit is put in the drop zone from the rearguard circle. You may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck up to one card named Rampaging Dragon Sparksaurus. Call it to the rearguard circle and shuffle your deck. Raging Dragon Sparksaurus. Alright, I got a Military Dragon Raptor Sergeant. So like I said, from the Raptor series, if it's in the Vanguard Circle, if you have a card named Military Dragon Raptor Soldier in the soul, this unit gets 1,000 attack power. When a card named Military Raptor Captain rides on this unit, if you have a card named Military Dragon Raptor Soldier in the soul, search your deck up to one card named Military Dragon Raptor Sergeant. Call it to the rearguard circle and shuffle your deck. So this is Military Dragon Raptor Sergeant. Well, this is Field Speed Dragon Blue Sprint. Or Sprint, I think. Full Speed Dragon Blue Sprint. Okay. So it's in the Vanguard or Rearguard Circle. When this unit attacks, you may put one card from the top of your deck face down and equal gauge, I think, for one of your rear guards. When this unit is retired from rearguard circle from your card ability, call up to one of your units equal guard to the rearguard circle. You may put one card from the top of your deck face down and equal guard for that unit. This ability may only use by a card with the same name once per turn. This is Primsbird. And for this one, it says when this unit is placed in the Vanguard or Rearguard Circle from hand, look at the 5 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to one grade 3 from among, then put it in your hand and shuffle your deck. If you put a card into your hand, discard a card from your hand. Vanguard or Rearguard Circle, if a new equipped guard gauge was put in your unit, this unit it gets 5,000 attack points. Cool. Okay, I got this. Here's another one. Full Fire Elk. And it says, when this unit is retired from the rearguard circle, choose one of your units with the encourageability that if this unit is not occurred, you may have to become engorged until end of turn. Here's Fortress Among Night. Sorry if I said it wrong. It says, if it, in the rearguard circle, choose a card from your hand, discard it. When an attack hits during the battle that this unit boosts, you may pay the cost. If you do, draw a card. Okay, I got Savage, Heroine, and it says if it's in the vanguard or rearguard circle, encourage. When this unit attacks, you may retire one or more of your other regards. If you do, encourage and engorge until end of turn. Vanguard or rearguard, this unit gives a 3,000 for each of your engorged units. This is Savage Conjurer. And it says Auto GB1V. I'm pretty sure it's Vanguard Circle. Bind this card face up and choose a Sentinel from your drop zone. And bind it face up when this unit is retired from the Vanguard Circle, one Sentinel from your drop zone and return it to your hand. So I think this is this card is like if it's in your maybe like rear guard circle, it's in the drop zone. And if you do, choose up to one central from the drop zone and return this card. So if this card is damaged in the drop zone, you can get it back and put it in your hand. I believe that's what it means. So that's what I think it means. You destroy it, goes in the drop zone, and then you can get it back in your hand. Okay, I got two of these Savage Mungus. I got two of them. And they say, when this unit is placed in the vanguard or rearguard circle, if you have a tachikaze vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, put the top card of your deck into the damage zone. And at the beginning of your end phase of this turn, choose a card from your damage zone, return it to your deck and shuffle your deck. So Savage Mungus. When this unit is placed in the vanguard or rearguard, if you have the tachikaze vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, put the top card of your deck into the damage zone, and at the beginning of the end phase of that turn, choose a card from your damage zone, return it to your deck, and shuffle your deck. So that was Savage Mungus. So I think this is like, if you destroy this card, if it's in the rear guard, it goes in the drop zone, or if it's in the vanguard circle, even though it stays there, it does say or something, you have to pay the cost. And if you do, choose your top card, put it in the drop zone, and then out of the drop zone, choose one of your tachikaze cards, put it in the deck, and then you reshuffle it. I got two of the Collision Dragon Charging Paclacilifilio or something. I forgot. And it says engorge. When this unit attacks, you may retire one or more of your other rear guards. If you do, engorge until end of turn. If this unit is engorged, this unit gets 2,000. When this unit is retired from the rear guard circle from the effect or cost of your unit with Gaia in its name, you may pay the cost if you do and draw a card. So I think it's like when this unit retires from the rear guard circle in the drop zone, and for the cost of your unit with Gaia and its name, you may pay the cost if you do draw a card. So I think like if this card is in the drop zone, and then even though you have to pay a cost, if you have a tachikaze that with the word Gaia in its name, you may pay the cost, and if you do, you draw a card. Cool. Okay, I got 3 Ancient Dragon Tri-Plasma. I got 3 of these. Let's see, when this unit attacks, if you have a Vanguard with Ancient Dragon in its name, this unit gets 3,000 until the end of the turn. So like I said, if your card has if your Vanguard with Ancient Dragon in its name, this card gets 3,000 attack points until the end of the turn. So that was Ancient Dragon Tri-Plasma. This is Ancient Dragon Iguanagord, and I got 3 of them. Ancient Dragon Iguanagord. And to understand one of things like if this if this unit has an equipped guard, this cost to reduce by +1 when this card is retired from the rear guard circle by the abilities, and costs +1 and call this unit to the open and rear guard circle. This equipped guard has it put into the drop zone. Retire if you call it in the rear guard circle. Turn 1. If your drive check reveals a trigger until put the top card of your deck face down and okay. So I think it means or something if this card is put in the drop zone and a cost of it, you can bring it back. But it says when your drive check reveals a trigger and then you put a top card, then put the top card of your deck face down. Is it equipped guard for this unit? So it's like if this is destroyed, put in the drop zone, you can make it cost to bring it back and put in the rear guard circle. And then it says like when this unit is put in the drop zone from the rear guard circle, if you have a Vanguard with Ancient Dragon and it's in the card name, you may pay the cost. If you do, call this card back to the rear guard circle. I got 3 copies of Sonic Nova. And this one says when it's boosted, when it boosts a rear guard, put the top card of your deck face down as equipped guard for the boost unit, vanguard or rear guard, vanguard or rear guard. When this attacks or the attack is that is a boost, hit a vanguard, retire one of your rear guards and draw a card. So when it's boosted, a rear guard, when it's boosted, a rear guard, put the top card from your deck face up, down, and equip guard with the boost unit. when it's attacked or the attack that is boosted, hit a vanguard, retire one of their rear guard, and draw a card. Okay. So I think it's kind of like sacrificing or something, that you can sacrifice one of your rear guards and then draw a card. This is tachikaze. This is dino. These are like dino cards. It's like they like sacrifice to get like more power from these dinos. So yeah. All right, guys. Almost done with the grade 1s. So I have 4 copies of Savage Illuminator. So I got 4 copies. And they all say like in the rear guard circle, when this unit boosts the tachikaze with LB4, you may pay the cost if you do the boost until if you do the boost until it gets 3,000 attack until this 3,000 attack points until this battle's over. So I think it's like if this is in the rear guard circle and you boost and it boosts another tachikaze, you're gonna have to pay the cost, but this will give 3,000 attack points. So like I said, this is Savage Eliminator. Sorry if I'm twitching, guys. I really do. I do apologize. So I got 4 copies of Ancient Dragon, Crest Runner. And all 4 of them say, so when this unit is boost a vanguard, when this unit boosts a vanguard, if your vanguard is Legion, the boost unit gets 4,000 until the end of the battle. So this is Ancient Dragon Crest Runner. So I got 4 copies. And last for the grade 1s, it's an Ancient Dragon Tyranno Blaze. So I got 4 copies of these. And they all say if it's in the rear guard, your vanguard and LB4 is active each when you have 3 or less damage. I'll say that if you have 3 or less damage in the damage zone. Your rear guard, your vanguard LB4 is active when you have 3 or less damage. Okay, guys, those are the 0 to 3 units that are say the attack and boost or something. Now we're gonna get to the triggers. Sorry for my twitching, guys. I do apologize. Okay, guys. I got herbivore dragon Brutosaurus, and this is a stand trigger. And for this one, if you draw like one of these cards that says draw trigger, and back in the corner it says 5,000 5,000. This means if you like I said, if you draw a draw trigger, it says plus 5,000. It can be either to your vanguard or your rear guards, and you draw a card. So that's one of the. So that's like one of the stand triggers. Yeah, so there's one. I know those are draw triggers. Yeah, so like I said or something, you like play like plus 5,000, and you draw a card for a draw trigger. So I got say like probably say a lot of stand triggers. I got another draw triggers. I got like a couple of I got a few draw triggers. So I'm gonna go back to the draw triggers right now. Go back to the draw triggers. I got a carry Torobite. At the draw trigger, like I said, it's like plus 5,000. You draw a card. So this is a carry a trilobite. This is ancient dragon, Titano cargo. It's a draw trigger, like play plus 5,000, and you draw a card. And then I got 4 copies of Cannon Fire Dragon, Sledge, and Kylo. So I got 4 copies of these guys. And it says, like, if it's in the rearguard circle, put this unit into your soul. Choose up to one of your tachikaze that gets 3,000 until the end of the turn. So it's like, if you play this in the rearguard circle, you send it to the soul, and you choose one of your, say, rearguards or vanguard, and it gets 3,000 attack points until the end of the turn. Okay, so those are all my draw triggers. So like I said, I got 4 Cannon Fire Dragons, Sledge, and Kylo. I got 4 of these units. I got 2 Herbivore Dragon Brutosaurus for a draw trigger. Carry Trilobite as a draw trigger. An Ancient Dragon Titano cargo. Carry or cargo. So those triggers are for you to say plus 5,000 to whatever rear guard or vanguard, and you draw a card. I got 4 heal triggers right here. I got 2 of them that says Savage Healer. Is it this? It's called hand or treatment. Hands have power within them. You may only have you may only have up to 4 cards with the heal trigger in your deck. So it's like sorry for doing this, guys. I just so if you have a heal trigger in that corner, say like your vanguard or rear guard, or I think it's like if your vanguard got attacked or something, you pull a heal trigger. That means to say you recover 1 damage. Like if you're down to like, but it's like if you have 5 damage and your opponent only has 4 or something, you can retrieve 1 damage and put in your drop zone. You have like 5, but if you go first or if you go second, if one of you guys has a like pull a heal trigger, but the heal triggers will only happen if you have more damage cards in your drop zone. And here's my other 2 heal triggers. They're called Ancient Dragon or Orlith Healer. And they say you may only have up to 4 with the heal trigger in your deck. That does retrieve prehistoric life forms. So like I said, if you pull a heal trigger, you get like 5,000 plus 5,000. You can give it to, I'm pretty sure you can give it to your vanguard or rear guard, but like I said, it recovers 1 damage. Okay, I got a critical trigger here, like plus 5,000. It says Ancient Dragon Flame Maiden. For this trigger, if you pull a critical trigger, that would say like plus more of the damage, like plus of the damage. So if you have a say if you put, you can also split this as well. If you pull a critical trigger, you can give the whole power to your vanguard or power to your rear guard, or you can split. Say I'm gonna give the critical to my vanguard and the power to my rear guard. So that means that'll make it 2 damage. If you pull like another, so it's like this, like double the power or triple the power. If you pull like 2 or 3 of these, you'll get like say 3 critical, 2, and even though you already have 1, if you pull 2 critical triggers like these ones, that'll be like 3 of the let's say like 3 damage. Unless you like pull like, unless you're lucky to pull like, if you're doing another Vanguard like Vanguard battle like Vanguard G or something, you can do a triple drive if you have a grade 4, but that's a different thing. That's a different Vanguard, but critical means like say double your power. So yeah. And also like over here something, on every grade 0, 1 or 2, these are like on one of the sides, it will, if it says shield or something, because it'll tell you I got shield for like 5,000 or 1 or 10,000 or shield for 5,000. Yeah, so you can either have like a 10,000 shield or 5,000 shield or whatever shield you got on this. So it happens to like every 0 through 2, plus like the heal triggers, criticals, stand and draw triggers. You can use them to shield yourself as well. So now let's get to the stand triggers. So this is a stand trigger called Louder Ammonite. Louder Ammonite. And it says, when this unit is retired from the rear guard circle from the effect or cost of your card, you may pay the cost. If you do, return this card to your hand. And if this unit was retired due to the effect of incurred. So technically or something, when this card is retired from the rear guard circle in the drop zone, in rear guard to the drop zone, for the effect or cost of a card. So you may cost, and if you do or something, you can return this to your hand. And if this unit retires due to the effect of engage. So it's kind of like one of the other cards or something. If this is destroyed in the drop zone, pay the cost and return it back. I think that's what it means. There's another stand trigger says Pack Dragon Tiny Rex. There's a stand trigger and so another one just run. So the stand trigger, like I said. Also, for stand triggers, if you pull a stand trigger, even though it's the exact same thing like a critical or something, if you plus 5,000, if you pull a stand trigger, and say if you're like rear guards, or maybe vanguard is like this or something, you can say like I give all the power to my rear guards and then stand up. Or say I give the power to my vanguard and I choose a rear guard to stand up as well. So I think that's what it kind of meant. Ancient Dragon, Cardinals. And like I said about the Pack Dragon Tiny Rex, it's the exact same thing. It's a stand trigger plus 5,000. You can either choose like I said, like rear guard. Or maybe, I think of maybe Vanguard to like stand up, like draw trigger. If it's like this, give the power to the rear guard or your Vanguard, give all the effects to this, and then stand it up so maybe you can attack again as well. Okay, this is another stand trigger. It's a Colamagon. The stand trigger. And it said tachikaze bullets are full of Vigro, I think. It said put this card at the bottom of your deck when this unit is in the drop zone from the rear guard during your turn. You may pay the cost. If you draw a card, choose up to one of your other units, and it gets 5,000 until the end of the turn, and shuffle your deck. So, if you pull this out, you still get the power. So, like, to attack, to stand back up. So, put this card at the bottom of your deck. When this unit is put in the drop zone from the rear guard circle, during your turn, you may pay the cost. If you do, draw a card, choose up to one of your other units, and it gets 5,000 attack power until the end of the turn, then shuffle your deck. Alright, cool. I got 3 copies of Matterich Dormant Beast. I'm really sorry. I'm really bad at these names, guys. And they're all stand up. So when they feel the earth tremble, the soldiers let out a magnificent war cry. So I forgot, if you guys correct me, I forgot what they were, forgot the names. But I got 3 copies of these guys. Yeah. And I got 4 copies of Ancient Dragon Chaotic Bird. So I got 4 copies of Ancient Dragon Chaotic Bird. And they all say, when this unit is put in the drop zone from a rear guard circle,